Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back with me, EMA ROHMATUL FAJRI, as a student in Faculty Teacher Training and Education, University of Matal Anwar Banten. Respectable Miss Azmin Rahimah Jaya SPD, as a lecturer in Faculty Teacher Training and Education, University of Matal Anwar Banten. Actually, I'm sitting here, I want to describe about apologizing. Okay, to the point only. An apology is an expression of regret or remorse for action, while apologizing is the action of expressing regret or remorse. In informal situation, it may be called saying sorry. The goal of apologizing is generally forgiveness, reconciliation, and restoration of the relationship between the people involved in a dispute. The nature of apologizing involves at least two people where one has offended the other. According to the attribution theory, giving an apology as early as possible leads to less conflict during the discussion and increases communication satisfaction. The way the apology is given affects the outcome and the process forgiveness. For example, putting genuine emotion into an apology generally helps resolve disputes more quickly and helps rid negative emotion faster. When responding to a crisis, there are multiple implications, and ethical standard, organization, and groups may follow. The basic elements of an apology communicate: 1. That the person apologizing was, in some way, responsible for the harmful action taken. 2. That the person apologizing is aware of harms that result from those actions. And 3. That the person apologizing intends to behave differently in the future. And most philosophers believe that apologies require the person apologizing to hold certain emotion, especially regret or remorse. The relevant difference between regret and remorse is that people who feel remorse believe that the situation was caused by their action or inaction, whereas people can feel regret for situation beyond their control or outside of their involvement. However, others, at least in some situations, believe that this is not strictly necessary. The way an apology is communicated and its timing affect the likelihood of success. The timing of the apology, the importance of the relationship, and the characteristic of the reciprocating event are all factors that affect whether an apology will be of the knowledge or gain forgiveness. When an apology is an effective style, the offender has a greater chance of being forgiven. Apologizing shortly after the incident or after the resulting problems were brought to the attention of the offender can increase the apology's effectiveness. Ineffective apology statements focus on the harm done to victims while minimizing description of the offender's context, motivation, or justification. An effective statement apologizes for the offender's own action, such as, "I'm sorry I said that," and not for other people's reaction to those actions. I'm sorry people, whereof sincerity matters, and the measure of sincerity is usually the recipient view of the offender's emotional state, plus a credible commitment to not cause the same problem in the future. Effective apologies clearly express remorse and may name efforts of restitution that the offender commits to undertake. Apologies are more effective when they cost the offender something, whether that cost is financial, social status, or a commitment to do better in the future. Some Western scholars believe that integrative communication is key for forgiveness. Their integrative communication approach avoids conflict by having those involved reveal their emotion in a calm manner. Depending on the communication in the relationship, people will either avoid the other person, seek revenge, or forgive. Satisfying conversation are associated with delay, apologize, and attribution of understanding. Communicating a sincere apology and displaying regret captures a genuine and positive response while acknowledging the recipient's feelings. When a group is at fault as a business, the effects of an apology might depend upon the person who makes the apology. For example, people will be more empathetic if an employee apologizes for a business error, but they may feel a better sense of justice if the head of the company makes the apology and offers compensation. And by apologizing to another person, she or he no longer feels that we are a threat to them, and often our apology quiets their anger. If we don't apologize for our mistake, we could damage our relationship, harm our reputation, and limit our career opportunities. After all, no one to work with someone who can take responsibility for their own nation. Okay, I think my speech is until here. I apologize if I have so many mistakes. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.